Hey guys, it's late night session right here with Poppy. If you guys haven't seen me, today we're going to be talking about exclusive Tesla picks, and it's going to be a great day, good afternoon, or good evening where you're seeing this, or early morning, right? For me, I'm going to talk about, as I see right here in my bulletins, I'm going to be talking about stock, life advice, personal opinion, and life stories, which is about Tesla exclusive picks. I could be talking about anything in the stock market. I could be talking about Tesla and anything like that. So, um, first, I want to start out with some advice, right? Life advice right now, and I want to tell you about something like if someone ghosts you, is you got to respect the dead and just move on from it. Let's go from there. Um, Another advice is you won't have a healthy relationship with someone. Well, you won't have a healthy relationship with someone else if you have a toxic relationship with yourself, right? So pretty much simple as it is right there, right? And you got to stop searching for the right person, focus on becoming the right person, right? So just listen to that, and we want you to become the right person, right? If um if someone likes you, you'll know. If they don't, you'll be confused, right? If taking care of yourself means letting someone down, then let someone down. Your self-love must always be stronger than your desire to be loved by others. Financial advice, guys. This is all financial advice and life advice. So, if you guys don't understand the first time, just go back, replay it, and do analysis. Another one: the people you allow into your life are contagious. Choose wisely and cut quickly. And that's the last one. My what is it? You know, quotes, life advice. And now we'll go on to my stock tips, right? I'm going to talk about Tesla. And actually, I'm actually a personal shareholder of Tesla. Um, how I can tell you how I started my investing in the stock market, I'm looking up occasionally. When I look up, guys, I just want you to know that I have a channel on right now. I'm checking everything in the market because with the stock market, nothing closes, right? The stock market will open in about an hour and a half, 6:30 and Pacific time, and that's in California Pacific time, my time. But New York, it's at 9:30. That's when the bell opens, right? So right now I'm looking at the market, the fair value. So I have a channel out and I'm checking everything on the market because right now it's closed right here, but the market's open over there in England. I believe the market's open right now in Spain because we have a different time system. So I'm checking everything in the market. So how everything reflects in the market. First it goes over there in Europe, and then everything it does like a domino effect, and then everything will show right here in the market in the United States, right? So I'm looking at everything right now. It says Meta share surge after quarterly four report. So the Meta universe, that's Facebook. So all right, let's talk with Facebook. When I first wanted it says revenue and cost shares are down. I'm checking right now what the it's showing right now. It's 182 plus $28.94. That's 18% plus 90, and that's within the last 24 hours. So I see the shares going up on Meta Universe, which is Facebook. If you guys don't know, I actually personally own Facebook. So when I first wanted to invest in the stock market, it was like around 2012, 2013. All right, they're talking about Mark Zuckerberg. Let me see. Let me put it on low so you guys could hear. Mike Zuckerberg saying we can do to improve productive and cost. Let's see what he's saying. That's Mark Zuckerberg right now on the call, guys. So they're gonna work on the ads on Facebook, Instagram. Their social media. They're they're talking about AI, artificial intelligence. Let's see what he says. AI. All right, it's really not that important. It's just talking about artificial intelligence. We already know they have artificial intelligence, and that's where they're moving, right? Artificial intelligence, guys. Facebook, that's where they're moving everyone. Because sometimes you wonder when you're on your social media, right? You're like, how are these people knowing like what I'm looking or everything? They're tracking you guys. There's like a thing on Instagram. It says you guys gotta agree to these terms, blah blah blah. There's a new terms and terms and services. You guys should read through it. Most of you guys don't even read it. They're like, I don't care. It tells you everything. They're tracking you down and doing everything. Like pretty much you think you have a privacy. You don't have no privacy when you're agreeing to those terms of Instagram, Facebook, or all the social media. So going back to the story, I got off topic because I was like looking at things, but I'm just gonna continue going with the Tesla exclusive picks, right? And as you guys see in the on the market, right? I'm putting the shares of Tesla, right? But I'll go back to the life stories and I'll tell you guys later about that. So on the meta universe, there's nothing. The pre-markets right now, they're moving. Everything's going to the trend upwards. But it was in 2012 when I was in Facebook. I wanted to invest in the stock market. I believe it's 2010, 2012. I was in college. So this is a true story, guys. So I called off my friend in LA and I said, like, hey, do you want to get involved with me? And let's both get our money combined together and let's invest in the stock market. You want to invest in Facebook? And he said yes. But he just pretty much took it as, yeah, I want to do it, and nothing happened. I wanted to invest. I personally did not know how to invest, and I was like, okay, I didn't know. I just kind of was studying at San Diego State. I was studying at San Diego State for my career. Um, my passion, that's theater. So I was just studying, didn't really do a lot of research, just thought about it. And I said, okay, I'm going to invest with my friend. Nothing happened. It wasn't meant to be. It was around 2013, 2014. I believe it was in 2014. I was working in San Diego State. It still exists. I believe it's called Quick. And pretty much what it is all the students there, or even the staff or anyone can go there, but it's mostly all the students that live in the dorm. They go in there, they have a yearly pass, and they go up there, get their breakfast, lunch, or dinner. It's like a buffet, all you can eat. So I used to be a dishwasher and I would work right there and I would talk to another student and I can't remember his name right now in the story, but maybe I'll bring it up. So when I was talking with them, I told them, "Hey, do you invest in the stock market?" He's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Really?" I was like, "I've been wanting to invest and I just don't know how to get it." He's like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's all like, "Well, have you heard about Charles Schwab?" And I was like, "Charles Schwab, what's that?" He's all like, "Charles Schwab is a brokerage. You create an account." And I was like, "Well, what do I need to do? Do I need to have a minimum amount where I could bet?" Or I say bet, but invest, right? Because I mostly talk about betting, right? But it's investment. I was like, "Do I need to have a minimum to invest?" He's like, "No, you just gotta open up a brokerage account." I was like, "Well, how much does it cost?" "No, it's free." And I was like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "Yeah, you get a checking account. It's great. It's free." And I was like, "Where do I go?" And it was talking about 2014. He's like, "Oh, you just go to their branch." And I was like, "Well, do they have a branch here in San Diego?" That's and 2014 when I was living in San Diego, right? And then he's all like, "Yeah, you just go to a branch and do it." So I finally thought about it and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go. Because we always have these goals in our minds. You always want to write down these goals, your personal goals, and you want to write it down and you want to have a checklist and you want to go like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this like daily. Some people are visual learners, some people are just can remember, but it's better to write it down and you read it and you're like, I'm gonna do this, right? Like, you know how some people say like this. I'm gonna take this off my list or my bucket list, as they say. It's you're creating a bucket list, so you want to write it down. I'm gonna make an investment account. So I pretty much went to the Charles Schwab brokerage account. When I went there, I was a college student. When you go there, guys, well, when I went there, you don't even have to go now. You could just open a free brokerage account online. It's a free brokerage account and it's a free checking account. And and it's cool. You could just call them and they'll help you out. So when I went in there, I was like intimidated. I saw like a bunch of fancy rich people and I was like, wait, am I in the right place? So I was intimidated, but I said, no, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna stick to the script and I'm gonna do this. Or else how am I gonna invest? Well, I'm gonna go in there. I don't know what I'm gonna tell them, but I'm gonna tell them, can you guys help me create an account? I'm trying to make a checking account, investing account. So the guy was really nice. He helped me out. I don't know if it was a college student working there at that time or not, but he helped me. I opened up my account, and what you do with your Charles Schwab account, you have another bank account. So let's say your primary bank is like Bank of America. I don't know. There's a lot of banks. So you transfer that money to your brokerage account. So you transfer it to your checking account, and then from your checking account, you actually transfer it to your brokerage account, and that's how you could actually buy stocks, right? When I did it in 2014, I had to pay like just any kind of shares you would have to pay. I don't know how much it is. I've been investing since 2014. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9 years, almost going to be 10 years that I've been investing long term. So I was like, yeah, okay, I'll pay. So as much like, let's say you would get one share, you probably had to pick $6. I don't know. But now they don't charge you nothing, which you guys are getting in the right time. Charles Schwab is like commission free, which is really cool. And their checking account, it's cool because you guys don't have to have no minimum balance. You know how all your other banks, like USA Bank, you gotta have a minimum balance or else you're gonna get charged $10 a month. With Charles Schwab, you don't have no minimum balance, which is really, really nice, right? And they didn't sponsor me or nothing like that, guys. I'm telling you from my own personal experience, I didn't get no sponsor by Charles Schwab or nothing like that. I just love how it works. When you go international, you take out money, you get their currency, right? There's no ATM fees. Even in the United States, guys, you pull out money. Let's say the ATM charges you $5, $6, right? You get charged, but at the end of the month, which is nice, Charles Schwab reimburses you and you get all that money back on the ATM fees, whether you pull out money, and it's cool because now they have Zelle. Back then they didn't have it, and they have that on there. So you guys want to check that out. So I went in there, I opened up my account. I didn't know what I was doing, guys. I was like, okay, cool, I made it. What am I gonna do? So I went back to my the next day with my coworker and I was working at Quick at San Diego State. And then I told him, hey, I opened up my brokerage account. Like, what do I do now? He's all, well, you know, you look the stock that you want to buy, you put the ticker symbol in there. And I was like, okay. So the ticker symbol, you guys don't know, for example, Tesla, it has a name, but the ticker symbol is TSLA, right? So this is the ticker symbol on Tesla. So that's a ticker symbol. Yesterday in the market, that was 181, I believe. I put it on there. 181. And that's what it means that the price closed. 181.41. It was you gain a share, $8.19. That's 4.73%. That was yesterday. And right now the pre-market it goes up and down. It was 185.50 and it's up 409 plus 225%. And that's just the pre-market. It goes up and down, guys, up and down. That's by the time when I did it. So so when I told them that, is like, yeah, you put whatever you want on there. And I was like, oh, okay. So at that time I wanted to get Facebook. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna attack Facebook, the meta universe. So I don't know how many shares I got. One, two. It was in 2014. I did that. And then when you want to do in your stocks, you want to on your portfolio, you want to have diversify. What does that mean? Diversify? You want to have like Facebook. Then I went and attacked another one. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go for GoPro. At that time, it was an all-time out. GoPro right now is really low. It's probably like $10. I don't even know. But that time I got it like at 90. and I believe I got one. But you guys don't lose money unless you sell, right? You're like, oh no, I'm scared. I'm gonna buy this. What it goes up and down, up and down. You guys should not be concerned because every year you get your taxes. You have to report your taxes, whether you make it or lose. Because some stocks, for example, like Starbucks, you get every 3 quarters, you get dividends. Dividends is like the company gives you money. You can keep that money and have it in your brokerage account, or you can reinvest that percentage and you get more shares into your brokerage account, right? It's really up to you, personal choice, what you guys want to do. So that's an example of that. And yeah, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get Facebook. I got GoPro. And then my coworker was telling me, yeah, my grandpa has Lockheed Martin. They're good. They're in military. I have a friend that he's all into Lockheed Martin. They do like, the airplanes for like military and do all this stuff. That's really not my specialties on there, but Lockheed Martin's good. I don't know what that price is. You guys have to check it out. But it's like my grandpa has Lockheed Martin. He's making good. I was like, oh, that's good. I was like, well, what do you have? So I got Coca Cola. I got Lockheed Martin. He was just telling me what he had in his portfolio. Portfolio is what you own and what shares you have and stuff like that, right? And then there was a coworker. I forget his name, but he was a Filipino, and he would prepare the thing, and we were talking about stocks. He's like, yeah, I got Tesla. I got it really good. I have Alibaba. And I was like, oh, that's good. Alibaba's like, yeah, Alibaba's a really good Chinese company. You should look into it. I was like, okay, but what about Tesla? What's Tesla? I told him. And at that time, 2014, I didn't know what Tesla was. And then he told me, yeah, it's an American company, electric car, really, really good. I was like, so how much did you get Tesla at? What price? He said, I got it very good, very cheap. I got it years ago, $20, $30. Oh, that's good. So when I looked in Tesla, I think each share, I'm not lying, 2014, I bought my first share, it was in October 9th of 2014. I believe Tesla right now is not showing in the charts. I have to remember what it is because I tried doing the research and checking right now before I did. And I believe when I got my first share of Tesla, I was working at San Diego State. I wasn't making a really good money. I was just a dishwasher. And I believe one share alone was, I think I spent $280. Something like that. 280. That's all I could afford it. I was like, oh, I'll just get one share, hold it long term. Yeah, it's okay. Don't don't think nothing about it. So I got it. I was so happy. I was like, yeah, I own Tesla, Tesla. And then every single time I would see like a Tesla car, I was like, wow, that's a beautiful car. I can't afford that car. That car costs over 60,000 right now, 70,000, 80,000, right? The Teslas. And I was like, yeah, but I'm a shareholder, right? I'm a shareholder. I own this share. I was like, took so much pride, right? And I told him, yeah, I got Tesla. Thank you very much. And then it was going little by little up and down. I just looked at my portfolio and forgot about it, right? And then my Tesla stock was going up. It was like boom, boom. And over the years, oh, let me take a little break, guys. I'm like getting all into the stories, right? It was just going up and down, and yeah. And I was like, I was so happy. I was like, yeah, I did the right thing. I was like, when I invested, guys, I always thought that's like extra money, like long term. I don't need a seller, nothing like that. There was a point in my life, I think in 2019, when I needed the money. At 2019, uh, I think Tesla was like over $1,000, 1,200, and I really needed the money, right? And I'm thinking, should I sell this Tesla? But I was like, wait, you got to stick to your plans. That's why I say you got to write your goals. And I was like, I can't sell it. It was just one share, right? I can't sell it. And I didn't know nothing about splits. What splits are is like Tesla does splits, right? They've done so many splits since then, and like meaning they'll give you a certain amount of shares, like 5 to 1. So if you have one share, you'll get 5 shares, and they start splitting, right? And and I was like, I can't sell it, I can't sell it. I was like, oh well, hold on to your Tesla. I mean, I love Tesla, right? I love Tesla. I love what Elon does in Tesla and everything like that. And I was like, I can't sell it. I can't sell it. Um, One of my friends had the Tesla and he sold. And he actually sold before they did the split, and then he was regretting it. So I had it. I got 5 to 1 split. I was like, yeah, I got more shares. And let me see how many times they split. I actually can see on my history. Let me type right now in my history, and I'll tell you how many times Tesla has split. Right, that is my one of my best performing companies I have in my portfolio. I'll tell you my other company, and I'm checking right now um, to tell you guys how much is split. And I'm being humble and everything that I'm telling you guys. I don't want you guys to think that I'm showing off. It's my humble opinion. Like I said, personal opinions, and that's very my humble opinion, like showing my stories, right? I'm not lying to you or nothing like that. I'm gonna check on there right now. Of course, I'm not gonna show you right here like my accounts and all that stuff, but yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys about it. So okay, I think it's split. Wow, split 2 times. There you go. Because I'm seeing it right now. Because my average cost per share has gone down big time, right? So it split 2 times. Tesla, right? It split 2 times, which is good. Wow. I I have pretty good shares with them. Split 2 times. I'll tell you guys the year. I'll look it up right now. When did Tesla split years? I'll tell you the story right now. Um, all right. There was a 3-for-1 split. The latest split was a 3-for-1. You have one share, and it was in August 2020. Like I told you guys, I needed the money in 2020. Uh, and it split 3-for-1 split. There was actually when the Tesla did the 5-for-1 split, right? Investors receiving an additional 2 shares of Tesla for each one they already own as August uh, 2022. Tesla last split was 5-for-1, and August was in 2020. So that was a 5-for-1 split, and they recently did a 3-for-1 split. So since I've been with them in 2014, 20, I'm still with them right now. 2023, they split 2 times, guys, which is very amazing. I've been investing for 9 years. That's the one company that did the split 2 times, which is amazing, right? Uh, just holding on long term. There's a lot of benefits. You get more shares. So there was a 5-for-1 split. As I said, that was in 2020, and the latest split, um, it was August. Yeah, it was actually last year. It was 3-for-1 split. So it- yeah, those are the 3-for-1 splits. It was last year. So imagine you own one share last year of you owned the investor of August 17, meaning you own one Tesla. Let's say the price right now, right? Let's keep it all simple. You own one share and you're like 181. That means they're giving you 3 additional shares. When they do the split, of course, the price always drops, but that's not a bad thing, guys, because if you're in long term, you're always going to win long term. You're going to have more money. In my portfolio, uh, Tesla is my second leading um, company in my portfolio. I have Shopify. That's my first one. Shopify did a split. Um, and Shopify, I'll tell you guys how much the Shopify split was. If you guys want to know, let's go Shopify. Shopify. If you Shopify split. I'm checking right now as I'm talking to you guys. They did a split. I think it was 10-for-1, guys. So imagine they did a 10-for-1 split, I believe it was in July. It says right here, 10 for 1 split on June 29th of 20 uh so it was a 10 for 1 split on June 29th of 2022. That was last year. So let's say you own one share, they're giving you 10 additional shares. Right now, the Shopify price, I'll tell you guys the price on Shopify price right now. That's actually the best one that I have, guys. Like I said, you guys want to diversify. Price, price USA. But I'm trying to get the chart. You guys are saying like, what are you doing? Um, mm, price stock. Let me see. Um, trying to get it, guys. Let me look where I'm in here. Shop. Search for a company. Here it is. So the price is $50.26 right now. So yeah, actually, when I got it, it was way cheaper than that. I got it when they first came out. So I believe I got that in 2014. Same thing, good deal, long term, and you guys are always gonna win long term. So you want to see your financial investment is a long term, guys. So in the story with my coworker, I did it, and I'm very blessed, very humble. I took his advice. Why? You're like, why'd you take your coworker's advice? You're thinking, because I'm thinking, oh, he's older than me. He has more life experience. He was Filipino. I was like, I'm gonna take his advice, and I'm very thankful. I'm very blessed. He gave me that advice, and I took it advice. That was the best advice he could give me. I actually got Alibaba too. He was talking about Alibaba, and I still own Alibaba. I wanted to have an international stock, so that's the only one that I have. All my companies are all American, right? So that's the only one I went with international. Alibaba right now. I believe Alibaba. The price is, let's check Alibaba right now if you guys want to know. Not financial, uh, not financial advisor, right, guys? Not recommended you to buy any of these companies. Do your own research. I don't want to. You guys come back. I'm not no financial advisor. Come back at me. I'm losing money. Not recommending you would you guys to buy or anything like that. Tell you my own personal experience. Alibaba is at 112 right now. It's pretty much the same thing. Hasn't really done anything, right? Since I got it, but it's all long term, right? So yeah, I still own Alibaba. Transition my thoughts. The only stock I love right now is Tesla. What I would tell you guys to do is just work hard. Right now, we're in a recession. You guys all know we're in a recession. It's really hard to get money, but I would just Tesla right now. I'm looking at the charts. Let's talk about Tesla. Give me a second. Sorry about those hiccups. I don't know if you heard them right. Um, All right, we're talking about Tesla. Let's go with Tesla. I love Tesla. Right now it's 181. I think the market's gonna go higher. Why? Because everything in my portfolio was green. The Feds just went in there. They're gonna increase the percentage by a little bit, but the Feds will probably increasing it more. And the inflation has gone down. You guys see everything has it's going up crazy. I would recommend you. This is what I would recommend you guys to do. Like, how do I invest if I don't got no money? Well, actually, if you don't have enough money to own a whole share with Charles Schwab, you can actually, because Tesla's part of the SP 500, you can own partial shares. So you're like, oh, I only got $100. I can't buy Tesla, which is good now. Then when I bought it, you can own a percentage. So let's say you put $100 is 181. So you're owning more than 50% of Tesla, right? Based on the price of it's $200 and you put, let's say tomorrow Tesla is 200 and you put $100, you're 50% shareholder of Tesla. You don't want to have one share, you have 50%. Then you can put little by little. But I recommend you guys don't buy right now. Why? You don't want to buy a Tesla right now because it's high. You want to buy Tesla when it goes down. when there's any bad news and everything like that. Because everything's on green, that's not a good time to buy. That's a good time to sell. Why? Because you can make profits. And then once you sell, of course, everything's going to go to your brokerage account. You guys do have to claim that in your taxes. So when you do your taxes, you claim that, right? And in my personal experience, like there's been companies that I had DreamWorks and I was in long term and they bought them off. I had Habit Burger, it got bought off. I had another company that got bought off and they gave me the money and I was like, cool. I had the money in my brokerage account and then I just bought some more stocks. I was a little disappointed, but it doesn't matter. Habit Burger actually got bought off by the KFC franchise that owns Taco Bell. So yeah, guys. So yeah, long term is really good. Companies buy you off and you get your money in your brokerage account. But that's what I would recommend you guys. With your money, like let's say you get paid $1,000 a week, right? You always want to put 10% of it, which is $100, and put it in your own personal bank account. Like, okay, I'm gonna put this in my brokerage account. So let's say $400 a month. Then when the market's down, you buy, like when it's all red and you hear bad news, you buy Tesla. And that's what I love and gonna make you guys money long term. If you guys have any questions or anything else, just leave me a comment. Those are all my personal experience, life stories about the stock, and I'm very thankful I met my coworkers from San Diego State. That's the best thing from my education personal. I was studying theater, and the next thing you know, I know finance. And what's crazy is I had a friend that studied for business, and some of these guys, they talk like, yeah, they know all about business, but it comes down to it, they're not investing. Um, I remember when because I was driving a customer, right? And the customer was talking about Tesla. Oh, yeah, Tesla. All fancy, all these guys were talking about Tesla. I believe Tesla was like all time high, maybe $2,000, 1,800. They're like, wow, Tesla this, Tesla that. And I was just driving. I was like, hey guys, do you guys have any shares of Tesla? Are you guys the shareholders of Tesla? They're like, no, but Tesla so much, this and that. I was like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, I love Tesla. Tesla's a good company. And then they're like, do you have any Tesla? Like, because I think they felt kind of offended because I asked them that. But me, I pretty much didn't care, right? I was like, yeah, I was so happy. They're like talking about my company. I was just like with a smile, right? And they asked me, and I was nice and humble, and I said, "Yeah, I actually do." They're like, "Wow, I'm pretty sure you have a lot of money." I was like, "No, no, I don't. I mean, I just have Tesla, but yeah, I don't." And like, you just never know, guys. Like, who could be a shareholder of Tesla? Who could be helping you um, gain your financial security long term, guys? So yeah, I really love Tesla, guys. And another story I could tell you about Tesla. Remember in 2020 in COVID, I had a roommate. Actually, when I bought my first Tesla, it was at my old roommate's house. And I would always watch, I still watch CNBC. You can watch CNBC and the market and stuff like that. When I went to Charles Schwab's, they had on there. I was like, what the heck is this? And I had to learn all the numbers, the percentages charged. And you start learning, guys. You don't let fear get in your way. And I was like learning little by little. And then I started watching that. He had it on his channel. I would watch it every day. And I told my roommate, hey, you should invest in the stock market. I'm investing. You should do it. He looked at me like I was crazy. He's like, I could have got Facebook when it was $10, $20. I would have had this much. You always hear this, like, I would have. And I was like, well, how come you didn't do it? I was scared, this and that. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, well, maybe you should invest right now. He's like, no. So that was in 2014. You know how COVID and everything hit in 2020 and people got money? He called me up. My old roommate, I get a call 6 years later. He sent me a message. He's hey, can you help me? And I was like, what do you mean? Are you still investing in the stock market? I was like, yeah, I could help you. What's going on? Yeah, I'm interested in investing. I don't know what companies to invest, but I do want to invest. And I was like, well, how much money are we talking about? How much you want to invest? He said, yeah, with the COVID help, this and that, two, 3,000, everything they're gonna give me? I don't know, maybe more. I was like, yeah, I'll help you. So I told him, you gotta open up how I told you guys, you gotta open up a brokerage account, Charles Schwab. So yeah, I'm gonna check with my bank, this and that. I was like, are they charging you a commission fee? He's like, I don't know, but I have one with my bank. I was like, honestly, I would recommend you to open one with Charles Schwab. Well, long story short, he did whatever he wanted. And then he's like, you know what? You were right. I got to open up a Charles Schwab brokerage account. He opened one. It's like, well, which companies should I get? I was like, I'll be honest with you. I got these companies, this companies, how I told you guys, and my portfolio, but I really love Tesla. He's like, okay. So he bought some Tesla. And then he actually bought them on 2020 before they did the split. They did the split on, I told you guys, on Tesla. I believe it's on uh, 20, yeah, 2022. And I was like, hey, are you happy with Tesla with the split? Oh, I have the same thing. I just have more shares. I was like, no, no, you don't. You have way more money. You have way more shares. He'll never want to give me the credit, but I got big love for him. So shout out to you watching this channel. His name is Gilbert. So, um, me and him get along. He's like a brother to me. So got nothing but love for Gilbert. He's really helped me out a lot. He's a good friend, and yeah, so he has more money. So now he has a goal. He always tells me his goals. I tell him my goals, and you want to have goals for Tesla. Um, I believe his goals are for that. I don't know if I could share it, but he'll be okay with it. He wants to have more shares than he has right now. So I don't know whatever he has. So I'm guessing he wants to have over 100, right? Shares. So you always want to put a goal where you have baby steps, right? You start with one share of Tesla, then you'll be like, I want to get 5 shares of Tesla. Then I want to get, I don't know, in the next 3 months, I want to have 10 shares. And you want to start buying shares little by little and stuff like that. But of the one company I could advise you to get is Tesla. Not worried. I love Elon. Great shareholder. Um, Shout out to my friend. I have a great friend that works in Tesla, Mason. Shout out to you, Mason. And yeah, I'm very blessed. People that run into my life like Mason. He works at Tesla. I'm very blessed. I never would have thought I had a friend that works in Tesla, but I really appreciate you, Mason. Um, and I always tell him, he knows, you got to buy Tesla, you got to buy Tesla. So when there's one video, guys, just open up a brokerage account. Don't be scared. Invest in Tesla. It's the best company. You guys will thank me later. And yeah, that's my stories, my session for the stock markets, anything I could do. I know it's a very long video, right? But I think this is the best educational video you guys can get. And you guys have any questions, just let me know. Like I said, please like, comment, and subscribe. And we're gonna cash big money with Tesla, right? I'm predicting Tesla in 2025, let's say 2 years from now, it's gonna be over 300, $400, even 500, guys. Sky's the limit for Tesla. I'm very blessed shareholder, very humble, not bragging or nothing like that. Hoping my story motivates you and helps someone to get in the investments and the stock, because when I wanted to invest, no one ever taught me this. My dad, he doesn't know about none of this stuff, investments. Like, I had to learn on myself. And the good thing is, like, there's the internet and there's videos right here, like on YouTube, helping you guys. So I really hope I helped you guys with investing in the stock market. And yeah, I just had to do this video, guys. So thank you very much. The only way to go is hit the sky, do baby steps, guys. I believe in you guys. You can do anything you achieve. And this is a very good session for mental health, and we're going to make money. And just remember, on this journey, you're not alone. There's other people that had struggle. Uh, like I struggle to be in the financial business, but I'm so blessed that I'm long term with Tesla, and that's the only way. I always say I love Tesla, 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 Tesla. I love, and I really do mean it. I really love Tesla. So thank you very much, Elon Musk. If you're watching this video, thank you very much for doing those splits for me. You really have helped me, and I'm very humbled. And I'll always say good things about Tesla. And good thing about Elon, he's always working. He always loves his workers. He always helps them on holidays, give them days off, and pays even for them not working. And that's very nice. And that makes me happy as a shareholder that he's taking care of his people and he really cares about his workers, right? So I have nothing but positive things to say about Tesla, and they always try to do stuff to Elon, but now he's a Twitter owner, so good things. I was actually looking at buying Twitter before that, but I didn't get it, but I'm glad he bought Twitter, guys. So that's all I could tell you guys. Late night session, right? And yeah, thank you very much. I'm more than one dimension about just sports betting. So when I give you guys advice on sports betting, it's more than one thing. You guys liked it, and please like, comment if you want some more financial advice and stuff like that in the stock market. Just let me know. Thank you guys. Have a good night. Have a good day. Have a good afternoon. Have a good night. Thank you.